Alright, this is, me, surprisingly. So, I'd rather do this like a soft test stream. Alright. I may as well just play Nintendo 64 chill and relax theme. I think that's might be a little low. Does it go up? Guess this goes up in incrementals. Wait, I can cheat it. Or like, let's see. Almost. Oh no. You know what? I think that should be good enough. I need. I'm gonna need to like draw something for Twitch, but instead it will be like a custom art. It'll be like a standard one, you know. Ugh. Yeah, something like that. I mean, of course, that's like, you know, this week's schedule, but something like in that format. I'm more, looking for. Holy crap. It's Leonore. Sorry, I did not catch you earlier. I was like looking around because I need to create asset for Twitch stuff. Now I'm just gonna post this one. What's the resolution? Okay, so it's at 720p. I can work with something like that. Like, now, I mean, you know, so kind of, I don't know. I'm not best at trying to put into words on the fly, but I'm working on it. Working on it though. But I've been rather slow, I'll admit. So I'll just start on a blank slate. Doesn't matter. I will. Huh. No 720p. Okay. If you can hear me just fine, let me know. You should be able to hear me just fine. And I'm using this little guy with a back clip and rag, just so it doesn't like have its claws so tight that it chews into this nice cable that of my headset. That's why I have it on. I learned that the hard way. Thankfully, there's no like exposed wire, but it's certainly a sign that I know I gotta have to watch out for that. So I have to put this in place. Oh. It might not be at its best position too. Hold on. The good thing about this is I can just take it off like that. Let's see. Floppy. It's hard to tell. I'm actually using an older camera too. For those wondering, this is like a lower end. I think it's like lower end. It's not in high definition format. It could be I don't exactly have like the specs for it, or how am I able to see that, but it's definitely not 1080p, definitely not 720 either. It looks like it's decent clarity, but it just is. Now I begin to think about, like, I don't know. So we'll just remove that. We'll work with this. So I was like conversing with another dude. He wanted me to like do this art trade in his non-English lingo. Like it's a commission, but we exchange art. You know, art. I like the idea, and the funny thing is, I rarely do that kind of stuff. And even if I did, I'm more like, what would they want? You know. I don't know. I'm just more used to the idea of just illustrating what they want as a service, more of a trade, because I feel bad at times that I don't think that my quality would like live up to what they do. But again, I could try. Hello, Randy. Who's that guy in the corner down there? The well, that guy down there, if you haven't seen my face before, that's me. The one and only Dumbledore across the interwebs. And yeah, I'm not dead when it comes to streaming, but I'm definitely am back in a way. This is the first time I ever seen you on a camera stream. Yeah, you are right. It's not the first time I have shown my face before. Well, you know, I've shown my face before. Last time I had it had my face shown was like in 2020s, up until at some point in like fall, and then I became a VTuber of varying results. Like, I'll get to that in a moment as to why I'm doing this, but it's just right for now. I'm trying to get myself, like, I have been streaming, but I primarily just stream on Picarto because that's where I spend most of the time illustrating and just, you know, casually drawing stuff. It was just more relaxed. But I have established on here before, but you know that. And for those that don't, I've been here. Not as long as Picarto, but I definitely do have a loose of a following, I suppose. So, and for this reason, I rather that I want to keep my setup simple, right? I think it's just a lot more work to have it all set up, like making sure that the models that the model you want is on there. What else? The setup you have to go through. I don't know. It just feels like it's a lot more work, especially on the tracking part. And I'm more like, I don't expect the you know, really great quality, but that's not to say I'm not trying to make it crappy or something. I'd rather just keep things simple. Simple, not much of a setup, and then that. You know me, I draw too many. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's Delon. Yo, man. Sorry, you haven't missed much, guys. Well, other than the Picarto, but you know, hold on. Yeah, I know. I wish I could do that on here, but you know, Twitch, you know, and rightfully I understand to some extent, though some people were able to get around that. I'm sure you know. Anyway, well, I'm just not gonna let the perfectionism come into play. Maybe not at that point. I don't know. See, I feel like I'm more motivated to try to push myself out there to, you know, treat what I do more as a job in a way. But hey, I'm doing okay, at least commission wise. It could be better. I definitely would love to earn income in other ways, and again, it's hard not to bring that up. And I'm not like desperate. It's more like I'm trying to climb back up. Yeah, I know, I'm fine. I know I am. Some days I just don't feel the best, right? But well, anyway, oh yeah, I was trying to say, at this point, I think of myself as a zombie. I cannot die. I vanish. I vanish. I vanish, you know, but then I just come back. Like, I used to have something, and then I died, but then I come back again, and I'm dead, and I don't know how many more times I'm gonna, you know, be brought back to the last time. But I know, like, you guys can make a joke at this point. I'm like a living, like a dead corpse, just trying to clean themselves back up, you know. I think, yeah, I know. I'm still trying to get used to it. I can't guarantee that'll be on consistently. It depends on whether if I have something that I cannot show on Twitch. If you know me, you know. Ah. Yeah. I'm undead. Yeah. I don't know, it's just a weird thing, you know? People think that I'm dead. I'm not coming back. But joke's on you, I'm still alive. Just mostly procrastinating and, you know, I got projects in the works that has been holding me back, especially with like that one video game I'm working for someone. As a matter of fact, I would say that right there is pretty much one of those reasons that I was like held back. But hey, it's doing okay, you know. It's but another reason that I've been thinking like I'm trying to get into this platform again. And I don't know if anyone knew it already, but I may as well just put it out there anyway. Since last month, I just quit my job. I quit my job because I'm just not happy with life, and I wanted to make something for myself. And so I've been jobless for a month, although to call it jobless would be like I have absolutely nothing that will help me get by with money, but I mean, I'm okay. I mean, I'm not alone in this matter. We all live in the same household, and I got, you know, art stuff that I get paid to do, and I'm also trying to experiment more. And because I have more time, I guess that just leaves me with a bit of extra time. And you should come work your job and let me have some time off. Also showing your face. I wish you could see me better, Delon. But right now I'm just using my old camera. Old webcam, I mean. I don't know what your job is like, man, but I'm more like turned off by the idea, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, but I kind of want to just make something for myself that I'd rather just do, you know? I still would like to work, but I'd rather do something that I'm more passionate for, rather than just work for a soulless corp and just, you know, I feel like, hey, you know, I don't know how long I'm going to live until I really die. And, you know, that's a thought that sometimes it haunts me. And sometimes I think about that, but I don't think about that as much because I'm like, well, screw that, you know? I'd rather just, like, quit, especially the way how they just, like, treated me. So, that's another thing. I hate the fact that they just, like, decline, you know? I do have stresses, too, and I have, you know... I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired. I'm just done. I don't want to, like, return. I don't want to return to the normal work culture, 9 to 5 shit. I'd rather be free. I'd rather do what makes me happy. And if it helps me get paid, that's fine, you know? I'm not expecting to be, like, rich in terms of, like, YouTube millionaires and something like that. I just want to live and have a good life, you know? And here's what Autumn made. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I remember some of those, but wow, that's so many. That's so cool. I'm sorry. My setup is like something like that. That's like that. Actually, would that work too? I don't know what to Ooh. Huh. I don't know if you can see me alright. Especially that. It's right. It's kind of tilting a little bit. But yeah. Well, I guess you can kind of see what my... I guess I will live forever. I wish I had that much space. Your room is so cramped. Is it? Well, it may look like it's spacious. I mean, I don't know how much more, but with all this stuff, yeah, it's a bit much. Anyway, you guys want to see my work environment? You've already seen a little bit of it. Well, this is my drawing area. I put it on my lap, below this desk. And if I want to get up, I gotta have to like, I mean, I can at least slide, and I could just tuck her underneath just like that, and then that's that. Also, last month, or is it earlier, I got this blue/green screen. I was hoping I'll be able to make use of it somehow, but I kind of had trouble with the setting it up, right? But I think it works fine as a blockage. I mean, I get like a brother or sister or someone that shows up in my room unprompted or something like that. So that makes for a good privacy barrier, if you will. But I'll just have to eventually try and make something out of it, like as a little project, you know. Let me read here, sorry. Literally, your old apartment has a closet that's bigger than your... No. Really? Something got me thinking. Have you seen the upgrade on your PNG? Upgrade... The one you drew me... The one you drew me before? I don't recall you worked on an upgrade, or was it mine? I don't think I've recalled an upgrade. I mean, I know that you drew one, but you kind of lost me on the upgrade. No, but I think I'm okay with this. I'm okay with that. Oh, you made a newer one, huh? Well, I never got to see your newer one. Which is nice. Laundry. There. That's what is inside. Well, I'll save that for later, though. I feel a little giddy, though. But yeah, I do have more stuff. I've actually been doing pretty good. You know what? Because I've been trying to take care of my room better, like putting away clothes and keeping things a little tidy, it improved my mood. Before, though, like sometimes I do clean occasionally, but it's just slowly builds up that mess, right? Because, you know, your boy right here can be a little lazy like that sometimes. But I'm trying not to. I'm trying to be less lazy. I've been trying to work it out more. I need to lose that weight. And, I mean, I don't feel proud of where I'm at, but... I mean, maybe it doesn't look much, but... I am. I know. I'm a bit of a weight-conscious guy. But even then, I don't have the best eating habits and that. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Don't judge me, please. I'm trying. I'm trying. The hell, I've been talking for like over 20 minutes, and I'm like, I've barely got anything going yet. I'm gonna try to fly. You're gonna fly to my country. Well, if you can afford to, if you know where I live, that'd be nice. Well, you know, where I live, we do have hills. I can't say we have tall mountains. This, like, well... Oh, okay, well, that's fine. It should be alright. Thanks for letting me know, man. Plus, I'm putting it in my special folder here. Let's get a good look. I usually try to just, like, you know. And... Ooh. Look at that. Check this out. Oh, I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind, because I think this is worth sharing. Look at that. That's Delon's interpretation of my original character, Fabiana, in his style. That's the upgrade you were talking about. That's beautiful, man. I like the... I mean, the closest in my mind right now is like leaves in a way. I mean, you know, she's definitely a lot more of a red centered. But that's awesome, man. I like it. Thank you so much. That's really nice. Really beautiful post too. You don't mind at all. Yeah. People deserve to see your work, man. I hope the more will see that. And I hope that you keep up. By the way, how have you been doing lately? I know I don't usually show up much with all what's been going on, especially in the past month. So hopefully it's all been doing good. Oh no. I feel like I might trigger the sneeze response. Don't be surprised. If it represents your autumn leaf and your hand up your transition. Oh, is that so? Well, you know, I actually consider autumn to be my favorite month of the 4 seasons. I think that's actually a good representation. Never thought of that until now that you brought it up. Thank you, man. Thank you. I like the space alien extreme future look of this. Yeah, by the way. Pardon me. His work remind me of, like, you know, Kamen Rider and, you know, Power Rangers, Super Sentai kind of stuff. I don't. Maybe you probably seen something like that at some point, but it's kind of like that. It's cool. I mean, it's one of the things that Delon illustrates, and they're pretty cool. Check them out sometime if you haven't. Something I may have to eventually hop into, you know. Again, I don't keep track of everybody at once. I feel more like... Holy jumpins', it's Matomo. Domo, how you doing? I don't know if you've seen my face before, but if you haven't, well, now you know. By the way, Matomo. Tomo here. Stellar artists. Check them out when you get a chance, alright? Just putting that out there. It's a change. Nice camera. Oh, thank you. Well, well, I guess you could say it's, we're just reading for there. Yeah, I guess you could say it's a change, but also it's, I won't say it's a great camera. I have another one too, but I think this one, you know what? I think this one here, it produces slightly cleaner looking. And I have this one here. This one can now put 1080p. But the reason I chose not to for this one right now is just kind of gives off that grainy look. They're both full. I won't say they're not like the latest, but it works. It works, right? Don't change what works, right? By the way, since you just showed up, this is like me trying to get back into things, and you know, I mean, I've been streaming, just mostly on Picarto. I'm trying to see if I can like, you know, do more over here if possible, right? Unless if it's something I can't show, then you know, elsewhere. It just works for a moment. Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm happy that you decided to show up, Tomo. Thank you. I hope that things have been going awesome on your end. Because it's been pretty good. Especially, you know, it'll be like 4 days till the end of April. So far, I could say it's been 1 month. Oh, 1 month since I dropped out of work. It's been rather positive. Mostly positive. I feel more free, and well, I feel like I never been more free, than I used to have, like, in a long time. Which is nice, you know. I'm gonna have to do something about this here. Yeah, that's totally fine. Of course, now, it's just something I need to work towards now. Try to build my presence more, you know. But for now, I think I should be okay. One thing, however, is I'm looking into see if I can get EI going on, or in other words, employment insurance. I hope for the best, really. And if I do, it will give me, like, you know, better odds of, you know, going longer. But even then, I still got my savings, save up, and at the rate that things are looking, I should be pretty fine. So rest assured, my folks, your good old Dumbledore is doing pretty okay. But I know that I'm gonna have to take this sort of stuff just a little bit more serious, right? Like, I know I have a game development that I'm working for a good friend, and I'm hoping that it will do great. One thing about that, though, is I'll just say it anyway. It's definitely not for young people, and it's, you know, it's adult, obviously, and you know, but it should be fine. It's not my idea, though. It's just it's what they wanted. I get paid to do that, so at least that's something. Oh, we got a big list here. By the way, in case if you're wondering what I've been doing lately, I've been around autumn and mostly having a month of preparation and making progress on your comic. I need to work on that. Besides, I made progress in paneling and illustrating and making open-minded choices while streaming. And hey, Autumn is your assistant now? Nice. And she rocks as Space Sorcerer. Because she understood you and have so much care and listening skill. That's amazing, actually. So she is your #1 homie. Aww. But as well, I've been alright. Made good choices. Meat said as well, things are better. And should have hold or something. Yeah. Well, that's fantastic, man. I'm glad Autumn is there to support you. That's awesome. And if she understood you because she has great listening skill, I think that right there is a good friend. You know. Man. I'll admit I don't usually have the best listening skill. My bad. I know. Like, it's hard to like pay attention when the quality of the microphone isn't always there, or they're just like they speak too fast. I'm a little slower, just slower, not little, just slower in general. You know, I usually process things a little bit longer, or at the very least, I try to. But I guess that's a trait of an autistic now, is it? You guys may not feel it, but I'm kind of a little sweaty. I'm not gonna lie. Stop. I don't think it's like as hot today. I don't know why I feel like that though. I should be fine. Also, this is something she wanted. It's her new persona that is coming soon, and you'll love it that she was so into being this character. CPU can't do that. Oh, well, I guess maybe the processor. Yeah. My rig, she produces heat. Oh, that's adorable. She looks like a little gremlin, except human eyes and yellow eyes, and, well, that. That's cute, man. That's cute. That's sweet, man. I wish I had more time. Don't worry, that's a chibi. Looks like one of your co-workers. Oh, you think so? Oh, you know who this is at this point. I'm just like holding it back, but I'm just like playing rough right now. You know, sketch. The full version is a real deal. Oh boy, can't wait to see that. Man, but I wish I had like always like this wishful thinking, but it's just like wishful thinking, you know. I wish I could do more for everybody. It's just I have to focus on myself first. You know, I think I've been doing pretty good. I've been doing pretty good. Being, you know, frugal about it, though. But I wish I could do, you know... It's something I'll just have to work towards to reclaim it back. But for now, I'm alright. I'm alright. You know. This is us. Ooh. Aww. I'll admit, I don't like participate in Instagram as much sometimes, but this is nice. Aww, look at that. Seeing the second one though, that's adorable, man. You get a like. You get a retweet. Yeah. But that's good. There you go. Man, makes you wish more people could see your stuff. And I think they should. Yeah, I saw that. My goodness, we got ourselves. I'm not sure if it's private or not, but the real life Popeye. She was so great, she even loved it as well. How awesome of you, man. Yeah, well, take good care of her, man. I think that she could use all that love and support, man. Autumn is a good Autumn is a sweetheart, you know. She is. Oops. For those who are still seeing my stream, I don't know. Things have changed, I noticed, but if it changed, I don't know. Let me know. Otherwise, thank you for sticking around. Gotta try see if I can like wing this one in one go before I like. And I'm back, and you guys are back. Thank you for sticking around. He jolted his head up and the stream froze. Uh-oh. I assume it was Batman or Wendigo, possibly Sasquatch. Turns out it was just an ad. I'm alright. I'm alright. I mean, that boy didn't grab me by the neck or something. I'm good. I'm good. I need something for apparently there are images for Twitch streamer outfits. Apparently. I'm not like, I don't know what to go with, but I do like how this one looks. I don't know how... Okay. You know, I may as well bring it up, but I gotta say, I like this one right there. Oh. Ah, come on, Pinterest. I hate you. There we go. I'd rather just... I don't want to use Pinterest. I'd rather just use, you know... Wait a minute. Wait. Copy. Ah, there we go. This is what I found. I think that looks nice. I know that's Pokimane, but I'm only just using it as a reference, that's all. And even then, I feel like I'm gonna have to modify a few things here. It's not like you're gonna see it all, but just a general idea. That's just me anyway, so. Warning, Twitch can snipe people and turn off Steam due to overhead on OBS and server, so the stream cuts off. Don't worry, it isn't you, it's Twitch. Oh yeah. Oh, I also have that feature enabled, and supposedly it's going like well over 13 megabytes. Yeah, I guess it's just how it is. Maybe it does that. Although according to the settings, enhanced broadcasting automatically optimizes your settings to encode and send multiple video qualities to Twitch. So that's what it is. Or the multi-track video. Or enhanced broadcasting. I don't know, I just turn it on. So if you prefer, you can just watch it at a lower resolution. I don't care. It's just... I love Pinterest. Hate the ungodly amount of ads it has now. I'd rather just surf the web, like, you know, because I feel like, I don't know why, but it's like it's more user hostile. I have an account on there though, but even then, to actually, I don't like this website. If I'm not using it though, then it makes me want to sign up. And even then, you can't really access the full resolution of that art. I'd be fine if I can at least see it, but like, at least on Google, you can view any image, and if it has like a higher resolution, you can like look at it. I guess it's just me. Don't change what works, right? I would modify the frick out of that dress to black, even for me. Well, I'm thinking of another color anyway. But, you know, for now, I'll just go with the placeholder color. I'm not sure. Just want something that is like... Hold on. Nah. Something... I don't know. Something that is like on character. Just nothing like sexy for now. Just saying. Wait, this is, wait, I think I have something a little better, I think. But first, let me see. Maybe something like a combination of a long and maybe like an overlay code or something. something like. Yes, I know. The pen is not present there. I know. And what got me wanting to do this, he. Something like that. I gotta say, I want to continue with that talk, but you know, you know, it makes me all the more grateful that I made a decision. But I don't know if it's too soon to really say that there's like a victory lapse in there though. But part of the reason why I feel that way, you know, it's just. I feel like a lot of the points I think about is like, I don't hate my job. Like when I started like earlier, I'm just happy I have work, a job, you know. But the longer I work over there, the more things change. And I also noticed that it's just, I don't know, it just seemed like it's just gotten worse. Perhaps if there's a reason a lot more people are slowly quitting, perhaps it's because I feel like there's just too much power on the upper end of the position. That like it just comes down to respect, right? I feel disrespected. I feel like I wasted over 10 years of that time in life. And I also knew a guy when he was a kid, and guys, he was just a kid from like 20 years ago. And now he became like a general manager, and for years he was like that, you know, like he knew us. He knew us. He knew us, but I'm like, how the hell did he get to that position? And you know, you would assume that he would understand our position, but instead we treated him in a way that he was like he's at the higher up, and it's like he's no longer my friend anymore. He's changed. He's like, this is not the guy I knew. And the word I tend to think in my head is like he's changed, but for the worse. I hate him. I'll admit, I haven't seen him in a long time. There was like that. Typically, the issue is management is getting selfish. It feels like it is. Or other uppity bad manages the reason. I mean, where I work at, though, I guess they were doing okay, but they tend to feel like. It feels way more corporate. But it also feels more like a traditional family establishment. Now, it's a car dealership. And most of the time I was a detailer, and you know, I clean up cars and that, but I enjoy doing that. And there was like, I wish I could make it like a 1 hour talk about this, but I don't want to bore you guys with that. But basically, the beginning of the year, I feel like things is just getting a little bit better. there was like another building where I spent most of the time working at, which is still owned under the same name, but you know. And there was a point that I think it was like between 2017 to 2020 of March. Like it was a decent years. Those were like the best years I could think of. I won't say there's like oh my god, it's so amazing, you know. It's just, it was a good year, and it gave me the reason to just like keep working to try. And I assume that at some point they would like give me like, you know, decent raise and stuff if I prove that if I do a good job. That's what I thought, you know. I guess, you know, if you follow that video game logic or something, you think that eventually you'll climb up the ranks. I've been pretty good. I won't say I'm perfect, but I've been doing pretty good. But then things seem to change. Obviously, you have the COVID, so I was like 13 months removed from that, and then coming back to it, and then like up for the next year, it ran mostly the same. And then I was like away on the vacation in October, and after I returned back, well, technically a few days before, I was like called, hey, you're going to be doing a janitorial duty on the side from now on. So it was like a side thing, you know. And things changed. So I had to do janitorial duty like early in the morning, and that altered up the shift, and that kind of just like screwed up my brain, my cardiac rhythm in a way. And while I don't mind the fact I could start my day in the early mornings or something, but there was a point that I actually started hating work by 2023. And it started to get a little bit worse. Like there was at one point on Saturday, you can get a free out, you can have like 1 hour free, like you get paid just for having a break. And I don't think they do that anymore. And the meals, well, not as great. And another reason. I think the last time we ever got like bonuses, the year-end bonus, was in 2024. Or it was like, so I remember we don't have one for this year, and we don't have one in like last year or something like that. So I would say, trying to remember, 2020, I would say 2023 would be like the last time we ever get like a holiday bonus into 2024. I'm trying. Yeah, I think so. But the start of 2025, nothing. Instead, we had to like dig out of our pockets to spend on gifts and what have you, and we were expected to be on a vacation, which we don't get paid, by the way. And you expected the bonus would cover some of that at the very least, and maybe a little bit extra. No. And again, they did it like in last year, 25. And I never seen like a raise any of that stuff into 26. It's like, okay, what is going on? Like, what happened there? What happened? You know? Like, did something change while I wasn't aware of or something? Like, I don't know. It's not me, I think. My brother didn't get his either. I don't know if this is like for select people, or I don't know. But something changed. And it just seems to get worse. And the last year was like, all this shit that's been changing and that. Yeah, sorry, I mean, I guess I'm going on this 10 plus minutes ramble, but my point being is, it's just gotten worse. And I'm at a point, I'm just like, fuck this shit. I am not going to keep working in that sort of environment. And I don't know if you think that's a good thing, but I say, fuck it, you know? Fuck it. I'll just leave. Because you know what? At least I have people that I do for. They made me smile, right? That is what made me happy, right? I find the joy and the response during my time over there. I don't freaking know if I'm doing well, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Maybe they don't want to admit the truth. Again, I'm not the best. At least I'm being honest. But I don't know. It just feels like maybe they're trying to find excuses for me to just eventually leave. But I'm just there being a yes man at that. Maybe it was a mistake to work for them for so long. Now, I'm not saying everybody in there is bad. Just more like the upper end of it, you know. Our holiday bonus went from Monday to a coffee cup to fake money we could spend at the store where we work at. I think the economy is getting worse. Perhaps maybe that's their reasoning. And yeah. Man, you know, talking about that just makes me I don't want to like bring up that topic. I mean, it's hard not to. I have looked into that stuff and I come to a realization it's not getting better. It's not getting better. I find more enjoyment just doing what I love doing. I'd rather be paid less doing this over where I work at. As long as I make enough to keep myself afloat. But other than that, that's fine. That's fine. That's all I ask for. But you know what? It was an experience. It was a run. I got a car to pay. I'm hoping maybe I'll be able to have her paid off this year with the, you know, government stuff. Personally, I don't wish to rely on it though, but if it works out, cool. But I should try to just be more independent. Perhaps maybe that's why my dad does this stuff. And, you know, maybe that's why my mother decided not to work for so long. Because she doesn't take a job and instead she became our mother full time. Maybe that's why. I don't know, but you need to find some rich idiot who wants to pay you to draw boobas and a buff for a living. Well, to be honest, Randy, I gotta be honest. I had better luck on DeviantArt, and I have a few regulars who supports me every now and then, and I have a couple who really you know, supported me. Yeah, I mean, I draw quicksand and other kind of stuff, but you know, I only do it because I get paid to do it. But I'm sure there's people out over there that doesn't know. Would I recommend you should just hop onto DeviantArt? Well, that depends. If you're not part of it, well, probably not. I don't know. I've been on DeviantArt for a long time, and right now, I have my membership. I'm not quitting anytime soon. I want to make the most of it. But I have better luck on there. Not to mention I have grown quite a bit because I've been trying to be more active. You can't get any traction on DA. I totally get you, Randy. I totally get you. And what I find though is as long as if you know, at least post, keep yourself posted and promote yourself, communicate with other artists, and you know, the more you put your name out there, like what you're doing right now, you're texting me. That's like your one way, like a card, like, hey, check me out later, you know, something like that. You've been on CA since 2005. Oh, okay, well, you are on there. Okay. Well, if you haven't been using DeviantArt for so long, that's why. However, there are criticisms I will have to say about DeviantArt, and a lot has changed. Like the fact there's an influx of AI-generated art, for one. And people that just take someone else's and just plasters onto their page, usually without crediting them, or just that. And then you got children, like, or just literal children on the site just posting art and memes or some garbage. I don't know. I gotta admit, the state of DeviantArt, yeah, it's honestly wasn't as great, but it definitely is the largest site for the reasons that if you, well, put in your time and effort to promote yourself out there. Oh, and you know, adult stuff too. There's no hiding that, all right? There's no. It's wild, but I think you'll have the most luck on it if you try it hard enough. Do I hate AI? Not exactly. Do I think it's a problem? Yeah. Why I went to Newgrounds? Newgrounds, I hear, is pretty solid. I don't know if you can find any client on there though. From my experience, anyway. You're more than welcome to back this up, but I know at least Newgrounds respects artists, and they have like zero AI policy and you know that. I also tend to think of the site being a bit more, you know, what DeviantArt isn't, quality-wise. Because, you know, there's people actually care about the content. I don't know if my skill and stuff would be as good. Same with, like, ArtStation. Not sure. You can, and you can post commission work as well. Well, there you go! I'm glad you actually added some of that research, Tomo. Yeah, I don't frick with that. It's one thing to draw a lovely teen or a young-looking character, but you start having kids in situations like that, yeah. Yeah! Yeah! Guys, if you care about yourself more, I wouldn't touch the DeviantArt though. But if it helps, maybe, sure. But I probably would recommend you don't, especially nowadays. The site is just ass. But the reason I'm still on it though, which, gotta be honest, is because I have a following. I have surpassed 1,000 followers for the first time in 17 years. This month. Yes, 17 years. It took me that long, but only because well, I guess there's like a lot of, I don't know if it's that. There's lots of artists on Newgrounds, lots of different art styles and more. And yeah, something worth checking out eventually, though. My friend, you don't have a skill issue. You just have a composition issue. I've seen you breaking out of that recently, though. Composition, what? Sorry, my brain doesn't register. But if you're talking, I don't know. I feel like. Could you explain that to me again? But like a fifth grader, or fourth grader at least. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't fully get that. Now I understand. I understand that my art, it's not for everybody. I'll say that. But it's what I'm best at for now. However, I am open to probably trying to explore and get better, you know. I'm gonna just try to see if I could get into VTuber modeling and rigging. That's something I need to work on too, but I got so many things to do. In my head is overwhelming. Right now I'm just doing whatever that gets me somewhere. Progress, right? You're learning that yourself. Nice, Tomo. And plus, I have done it before. But if I can make it maybe as a service too, then yay! Oh yeah! You do animations. Which, by the way, it's awesome! Yeah, I feel like we got a lot. I feel like commissions and game dev stuff is taking away most of my time, but I gotta have to set my priorities somehow, but I'm still working on it. I expected this month, which so far I think it played out as expected, maybe a little better, I think. And I also expect May to be, you know, more of that. So I guess you could say I am at least taking those boxes. It just took me longer to get to it though. What's wrong with me there? I don't like that. I need to stick with a schedule. Well. Question though. What would your ideal schedule be? Or you have like a plan, like a scheduling. I remember back in 2013 through 2014, during my time at college, there was this like time management class. I didn't really think of it like important, though, to be fair. It is good to know, but now, because I'm older and I have more experience, now I understand how important that is. So I still gotta need to work it out to balance work and art and not feel burnout over it. Yeah, that. I need to find time for that too. You know, so far I've been doing alright work-wise, but I know that I need to balance myself on like other aspects. However, because I have extra time and not have to worry about like, you know, before I had like a full-time work I just don't feel like I have all the time in my life to do everything. Like going out for a nice walk and doing something else. Funnily enough, speaking of doing something else, check this out. Well, you know, this is like my makeshift camera stand. And normally, what you're seeing here though is just me. I melted plastic, I repurposed that. This is what I've done in my spare time last week actually. I was like bored, you know, and I like to keep myself occupied once in a while. I don't know, I feel like I want to keep myself productive, but, you know, just do something, you know. This is not supposed to fit for this one. Check it out. I don't know if you can see that, but all that scraping and melting plastic, so I can actually fit this guy in. I don't know if you can see that all right. Slide in like that. I was like a bit more of a homemade kind of guy. Oh, it works. You know what I have it for? I'll show you. Oh. Also, it just works. Just works. Or, actually, no, it doesn't screw it in, but it just works. Pretend it does. Pretend it does. And that's because it gives me a reason to straighten my legs. Oh. Probably should just like sleep on my here. Where's my camera here? So, this year, I thought about my camera, my old one, that I bought from 2008. Something I just cherish it, right? It's my Sony Handycam. But what makes this model special I have here is this one. It has a hard disk drive in it, 60 gigabytes, which is rather impressive for the time for a portable device. And by 2008 standards, it's alright, you know. This is a camera that was made before, like, you have like nice crisp 720p and 1080p. This camera has yet to reach that point, but back then it was pretty cool, you know. So I order a replacement battery for this camera. It's not the officially licensed battery, but it works. And I got this this one with, you know, the ability to, you know, pull out this map. What I like about this, you can just swap it with a different SD card, and it tricks this Sony camera thinking that it's an official one, but in actuality it's not. I don't know how they do it, but it's not official, but it works. And it just works. Is it as good, if not better, than what we have today? Well, no, because the smartphones can do so much better. But there's something about this camera that made me want to start using it more this year. Because it's different, right? Anyway, check this out. I could actually screw this one in. Oh. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, I'd rather just. I'm gonna have to like screw it in. Oh yeah. And there you go. Cool, right? Bet your phone can't do that. I mean, there is like a newer model nowadays that can do 4K and stuff. There's something about the camera that just takes me back. And also, this one, I have memories of the time. I worked with my father. This was during the time. There was this pipeline project, and that was like the most amount of I get paid a lot for the time. And that camera, I wanted that camera. Out of all the other cameras I looked at, that was like my favorite one, and I don't exactly recall how much it was, but it definitely is probably not cheap. Probably like in terms of inflation, I would say maybe it would be worth like 10 or 900 to 11. I don't know, but back then it still is a little bit much. But I really wanted a camera, but my father wasn't sure exactly what I was like looking at specifically. But I remember there was like, I don't know if it was like a misunderstanding or something. I bought the camera, and my father didn't know that I picked that, and he was like upset that I spent hundreds of dollars on something like that. It was just like mad, but I don't know, maybe it's just a mistake or something. But of course, aside that little fumble though, that camera though does hold memories. Too bad not all of it is on there anymore. It even had like our moments of our time at work. Excuse me. Burnout, be real. You had spent 2 years drawing 10 to 15 a day, hours a day. Oh, okay. Your hand to the point you couldn't draw without massive amount of pain. Oh. Oh man, I totally forgot. Ooh, dang. Dang, man. Ooh, dang, man. That's good. So, yeah. Anyway, in case if you guys missed it though, um, this camera holds some memories. Aside from the silly argument between me and Dad because of my income, income. That's probably why. It probably needs to be fine-tuned. How about now? It might still be a little. Oh, you know what? I can also crank it up a little bit higher. How about now? So this camera, it just feels different nowadays, you know? It just feels good to hold on to. Taking moments, you know? Anybody can just like pull out a phone these days. And you can just do that, and sure, but it just feels different just holding that one specific item. Yeah, I feel that. It took me about 2 years going through with surgery. Yeah. and more or less recently been taking breaks here and there on comic work and animations. That's actually good, Tomo. But getting back into it due to friends and having inspiration to do so. You know what? I need to hang around with the communities more. But again, I'm like a reclusive turtle. Not that I have too many. I mean, I have few friends that I interact with. Kiriki and Lemon, the Lemon. I know, but I communicate with them more. But that's it, and occasionally you, and that. So I gotta have to like try to work it out. I want to like recapture that experience back from 2016 before, you know, I remember 2016. I remember it was like I kind of have like I get called to work when they need me. It was strange, I guess, but that also means I don't get paid until I was like in it though. Thankfully, they did pay me in the amounts that they owe me, but that was back then. So yeah. But now it just feels like I'm going back. Ah. Good times. Good times. You know what, I may as well just... You know what, just cutify this outfit, but first I'll just go with a top layer. Or something. I also realize it's all in one layer, but... I'll go with it. I'll go with it. Just fine. Dun, 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 dun. You know, since then, I have more time. I found more time to just enjoy life a bit. And that's what I want to do this year. I want to experience more of that this year. I want to, like, go outside more, which I have been. Yeah, and, just feel alive, alright? Have you seen your animation? First time having... Voice acted? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I saw that on YouTube. Let me go through the subscriptions. Because I know it's a lot. Does it work up here? Or just go through all subscriptions? Just a moment, I need to do more experimental projects. I like to do more animations too, not gonna lie. Oh. Ah. Right there. Right there. That's the one. I'll just provide a link. Right now you're working on your 3 to 4 animations. Ooh, 3D, you say. Oh, 3D. That's the first time. How far are you at that, though? Again, I haven't really caught up with all updates. But hearing that for the first time, you got me interested. I'll admit that. And I guess on the subject of projects, I also have like another one in mind. I'd love to do too, but I want to like work on it. It has something to do with the recent inspirations that just dawned to me as of late. I also want to do something that is more kind of more mature and something that I think is really cool. I was inspired by the likes of like that 80s and 90s anime-esque stories and art with Hanny and Stalking. I love the second season. It's really awesome. And I wanted to start a project that I would say is probably different than what I've done. Something with more gunfights in that and religion. Mind you, though, I'm not like that type that type of person who's into the religion, especially Christianity. But I thought there was this potential idea I wish to try. Aha, Spider-Verse and stuff. Yeah, that's neat. You need to join a Buddhist monastery so you can learn the patience to do animation. Okay. You know what? I don't know if I have much to prove right now, but fine. You know what? I guess I'll hop on that discussion train too. Let me... Animation. Animation is not an easy work, but you just gotta have that flow, right? And that's something I need to work on too, actually. I have one done. Yeah, I guess. Although that is just only one part of many. And I'm planning to edit it. Oops. Where? Why am I not? Oh, wait, it's right here. Okay. Sorry, I need a minute to find it, but I think I know where it is. Let me find my animation, or at least one of them anyway, and I have another one. I still need to work on it. It's actually for related to a video game. Where is it? It's been buried by the fact I have been doing a lot of commissions, so that ate up my time. Trying to find it. Well, I guess I'll start with that first. So I'll start with that, but I'll show you what I do have so far. Good to start with the thumbnail. I know that. So it doesn't have to be that good, but you know, good enough that it gets across, right? So I probably may not want to showcase that yet. So And of course you have like, you know, like how the camera works, you know. In fact, I probably should like add a little zoom in as she approaches it too. Kind of want to take it something like a Gradius, something I was inspired by too. Yeah. The storyboarding is fun, yeah. Okay. Again, I'm not accustomed to animation. I have done some in the past, but this is like my first I want to do that is like longer than a few seconds. Where in the world? Where in the world? I know I have it. I know I have it. It should be in the same folder. Sometimes I might need glasses, but that's just me. It's there. I think that's one of them. But you know, maybe the other one is like in its own folder for the game. Let me see. Let me see. Where? No. Well. Oh, maybe he's in videos? No, that's not it. Well, anywho. This is like taken from like scene number 2 though. We'll see how it plays out so far. Looks better if I just I'm just happy how that just looks so far. I just want to like translate that into line. You can send a couple Discord if you're okay with. I mean, I'm cool. Sharing is caring, Tomo. I'm trying to find that completed one, but I don't know if I have it at all even. I hope I didn't lose it though. But then again, I do have that. It's just like, it's a lot simpler though. I'll find it though. Hopefully I'll be able to have the animation done. Oh, okay, well, I think I found it. But you'll have to take it as is for now, though. So, again, this is just simple. Keeping in line with the others. I remember in the beginning, I've been struggling with the animation or trying to figure out how this stuff works. Even before there was like this dedicated software that was sold by a former Disney animator, and they actually, you know, send it to you manually. Like the most impressive form of DRM I ever seen. Like an actual person just gave you a copy over an email with a cute font. It's no scam, I'll tell you that. It's like, oh, thank you for that purchase. Here you go. And yeah, you also need a key, which also came from that guy too. So, yeah. I think that's cool though. In my opinion. In my opinion. Oh, excuse me. Discord. Yo. No way. Oh. Wait. Oh, that's dope. That's so dope. Not gonna lie, I didn't know you could do that with the... No, wait, right, it's the Blender project. What, I don't know why I'm thinking it's like Clip Studio Paint. But that'd be cool, though. That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool to see when you do finish it. Thank you for sharing that, Tomo. That's really awesome. That's gonna be cool. I mean, hey. Some great shows are animated with 3D and 2D combined. I think that's the best of both worlds, if you ask me, Tomo. That's gonna be awesome to see. Thank you for sharing that progress. Feel free to share yours on here if you want. If you want to. If you want to. Seeing other works, the other people's work on here, it's inspiring. Really is. Really is. Also, I gotta have to like, what? Huh? There's my. Oh. Yo. Now, I don't have much to say other than that looks awesome so far. Wowie. You've been reworking character sheets just for animations. And it's been a nightmare, to be honest. Has it been? Oh, wow. I figured it would be, you know, more of your style, you know, like character designs is a fun process, you know. But I guess you gotta make them good just for something like that, you know. Mad respect, Tomo. Mad respect that you are doing this. It just means I gotta have to eventually step up my game at some point. I have a guy that earlier today that wanted to do this art tray with me, and like, you know, he's pretty cool. And I'm just like, can I really do it? You know, and I also have like a commission that also involves cartoon characters, adult characters, mind you, and it'll be interesting to see how that goes, you know. It is, but it's a lot more when you redesign and they have tattoos. Oh. Okay. Would love to see that again. I don't have much to comment on that, but that's something I have to see for myself when you get to it, Tomo. I guess we're on the subject of the character designs. I guess I might as well. Well, I still need to get around to that more, though. It's something to do with Super Patrol Sisters comic. And mind you, though, I'm more of like a secretive guy, but for this one, why not, you know? It's still a work in progress because I still need to add more. So I'm thinking like this is like a one-shot comic and I don't know how. I don't know. I probably don't want it to like take over the other one I have been working on, but I feel more like I want to do this sort of thing, right? Like just imagine. You probably heard a phrase like they're doing this in a day and at night they're doing that. Well, I'm thinking like, imagine that you have the Catholic girls working during the day, at a Catholic church or something, with a guy, and that, and then you have like this town. The budget for like, security and police was so undercut that the crime rate was like very high, and some guy just was responsible for that kind of stuff. So you have these undercover girls, they're get into a ride and stuff, So they fight crime for justice, So it's a concept I want to try. I'm terrible to communicating that from mouth alone, but I hope when I do have it, it'll speak for itself for me. My art speaks for me, some person said. Anyway, it's just more like a one-shot thing. I hope to work around and try to like flex it out a bit more. So yeah, I feel more inspired to wanting to like come up with different ideas. Oh yeah, Charlie's Angels. That's another inspiration. Though to tell you the truth, I never watched any of that. I've only heard it and seen it in media and that, but it's like I get the general premise of what it is about. Oh, and Totally Spies. If you're not from Canada, then you don't know Totally Spies. Maybe you have, but oh, another one. Oh, my boys. Hey, they look pretty snazzy. Just want to like admire that. And there's that. See, if I have a frick ton of money someday, ooh, there's that tattoo you were talking about from earlier, and ooh, he's got the muscles. Ah. One of them, oh yeah, work. Looks like a clerk to me, like them nice handsome boy and a clerk, sweatshirt. Oh yeah. Quick tangent. I've been trying to work myself more. So, because I don't have a job anymore, and I consider that as my primary means of a workout, I don't want my arms to just like, so I gotta have to give myself some kind of a workout routine, But yeah, that's pretty awesome so far. Again, I was gonna say, if I have a frick ton of more money, I'd love to support you. And for what you're worth, I wish I could hire you. Because you have a far better grasp at coming up with male designs. I mean it. Again, I wish I had more money, and even if I had a job, I wish I could make way more money. But maybe one day, hopefully, that'll change. I can't promise, but I definitely have. I've been thinking about it for a long time. Yeah. Nice. Keep her up. Yeah, you're doing really awesome work. You're doing really awesome work. Me, I'm just like, I'm just gonna like do there. This summer though, this July specifically, um, there's this game jam that I wish to participate. And it's something to do with Stop Killing Games. It's basically a sequel to the last year's Stop Killing Games Jam, which I participated last year. So, I have someone who's going to help out on the audio and voice work, and she does a great job, at least so far. She did one of them. She did it before with one of my, Genshin Impact. Yeah, I did a Genshin Impact sketch animation, and it has voice lines, and well, let's just say it's something. Nah, I've been on Genshin Impact for the last few weeks, so I'm getting back into art. Welcome back, Dylan. Yeah, I actually had to stop myself from playing Genshin Impact because it's just, well, I want to say I want to like the game, but it's like, it's got potential, but it just feels like something about the way it is, it just ruins like the story beats and that, and yeah. Like, it's a good game for a 2020's title, but I think there are better gacha games that has eclipsed in quality since then. But I have to wonder if Genshin Impact 2, if they ever do get around to that, would change all that. Anyway. Oh, of course, I've been playing a lot of Deep Rock Galactic, so I can't say that. I don't know. I'm a hypocrite, I guess. For Rock and Stone! I could like quote almost every line I heard because I've been playing the game for many hours. Ark is good. Oh yeah, Ark Survival, that game with dinosaurs and that. I don't have that, but I have played Pixel Ark. But only, I think, one time, and that was it. Really. I've been waiting for SNES for years now. Oh yeah, that upcoming. I hope that game will become, I don't know. I hope it still stays up, because I do think Genshin Impact is an important game, in a way. Well, we'll see, I guess. No, Arknights. Oh, Arknights. Arknights. Alright, have I played Arknights? Probably not. There was a game I played, I think, for a couple of times before I dropped that one out. And let me check here. What's it called again? Ah, Girls Frontline to Exilium. You know what I first thought of the game without looking into it, like, as deep? I thought it was going to be like a first-person shooter game. Where you play as, girls and like that. But no, it's just like a strategy game. But hey, great, it has great quality, but that's it. Like, voice lines and cutscenes, I guess. But I'm not a strategy guy myself, sorry. I'd rather play a game with action and shooty shooty bang bang, you know. Or at least something, you know. It's kind of hard to find a game that is just as good, if not better, than Genshin Impact. But I don't know. It's just, that's just it, really. Story alright, but punishing Grave Raven be hooking me in. Raven. It fixes the expiration. Oh, exploration or expiration? Crave. Again, I haven't touched another gacha game. So, personally, I think I'll be alright if I hold it off from that for the time being. I don't wish to, like, you know, be hooked into it, though. But it does get me thinking about, like, another project I want to do, which is a video game. And that made me, like, I want to make a game that is, like, Genshin Impact-ish, but better to me. So, I've been thinking about it for some years. I haven't made anything of note just yet. But I hope one day I'll have something. Exploration. Okay. That's okay. That's kind of funny if, you know, like, better expiration. Like, oh, so the islands don't disappear as quickly, you know. I haven't either, because all gacha is whales. Yeah, I've been looking into a lot of, like, problems with gacha games, why they're like that and that. So yeah, that's why I'm just, like, trying to hold myself off from that. Although there are some good gacha games that at least respects the player better. Apparently Trick Cow is among one of those. There is, like, paid content, but it's mostly a game that you could just play for free. And I gotta say, I absolutely love the soundtrack to it and the style. And you know what else? The memes. And the funny thing about that in particular is that that game died for a little bit. And then you got the sippy girl that got Catholic, like, girl. By the way, this is a Korean title, or no, Japanese. But the funny thing is, like, there's this one version that you know, they speak in Korean, and that attracted a lot of attention. You're free to play, but you like some characters. Yeah, that's not a problem. You can still play it for free. You know. Sippy sip. Trick Cow. Tactical Speaky. Yeah, that her name is Speaky. You know what I also love about the game? It's something you can do, which I don't think you can do anywhere else. Here, I'll just play it for you. If the ad finishes playing, like, look at this style. Look at that. Isn't that adorable?
좋아요. 아주 잘하고 계세요. 네르님도 당하는 고난이라면
Hold their cheeks.
저도 간지러.
Come on. Fasten.
스피키 때리세요.
I love it.
좋아요. 아주 잘하고 계세요.
That's way more interaction than the majority of gacha games. And it's funny too. And that girl you just saw is Speaky. She basically helped save the game. Yeah. Trick Cow. Bashing. Or like. Where's or bunking. Bunking. What am I thinking? Hold on. Just give me a sec. Thank you. I need a drink. You know, I'm not used to talking for this long. And if I keep talking, it's just like... Anyway. Thank you for the hydrate, man. Not even Honka has that. I tell ya. Arg. Oh, wait. For those with ad support, thanks. Wait. Is that it? I think that's it. You know, I need to check out my DeviantArt. Just quickly. And are we back? Okay, here's another one. This is what I was more referring to. Here's another one. Look at it. I love games with that kind of personality. Look at that. Super adorable too. This is what I love about it. Makes me want to get the game sometime. Alright, I have to... I could never do that. I'm too polite. Then, yeah. I'll eventually give the game a go. It's just, I just love the idea of it. Let me just... Okay. Ugh. I gotta get back. Gotta get back to this. You don't have to play the game to enjoy the soundtrack as well. Just saying. Gotta do an actual work now, buddy. Talk to you later. Well, you have a great time at work and that. Thank you so much for coming to my stream, man. Hope to see you again. gonna try to be more active. And yeah, you know, I'm still alive. I'm not dead. Just alive once again. Ah. One day when we go back to my father's lot once again this year, again, whenever, my brother would love to host a Mario Party, and I love it too. A fun game. We played it on my sister's Switch. Because she has it. And yeah. Man, tomorrow's gonna be fun. You're gonna improve your OCALISE, Alice. Tomorrow, see what we can do. By we, are you talking about you and Autumn, or like someone? And again, that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to start working on a commission as well. At least this time is definitely safe for work and pretty interesting too. But I don't know. I mean, at least I'll have something. I also would love to do another high quality illustration again, if I can get around to it, like I did with Rosalina. I'm very proud of that one. I'm very proud of that one. I want to like make that again. That make it just as good. You know, just you, yourself, and I. Okay. It'll be fun. Actually, what tomorrow's like right now? Bring me the weather. Ooh, it's gonna be pretty nice. It's gonna be pretty nice. It's summer-like weather, but it's still spring. I love it. Though there's a small probability it'll happen. But hey, I look forward to it. My god, I haven't saved this one yet. Let me just save. There we go. I might do it in the morning though, it probably might be a little toasty in the afternoon, but I could also just hold off to, I don't know. I usually just take walks in the morning. That's like a good time to usually I think it's a good time to go out because it's not warm, but it's not cold either. I also love it that it's not as busy. Here's the OC you're doing tomorrow. Oh yeah, your Alice, is it? Oh yeah, that one. I remember this one. Ah. I had that annoying little irritation there. Going on. Hope you have fun with her though when you do. Yeah, that'll do. I'm gonna keep it simple. Don't tell anyone, but I don't think this is how you, you know, draw with a pen, but it's close enough then. So, she's the OG of OG, your favorite back then. Haha. Makes sense. Let's see. I'm not sure what my plans are to be exact tomorrow, but I think I'm just gonna keep up, you know, with the weight loss journey, and try to just keep myself busy, and hopefully I'll be able to just like get through with this adulting. Pretty normal. Pretty normal. That kind of stuff. Also, it's gonna be a random art day on Monday. Autumn did a schedule for you to work with, and you don't mind it, so yeehaw! I'm glad. One day when I do have a proper schedule of the sort, I guess. I'd love to do this more. You know, just. I still need to work on myself. That's all. I might get a sneeze. Sorry. Don't push me. But hey, if a lot more people show up, yeah, I will. I will. I would never? What do you mean? I mean, like, well, I'll find the time to. All right, I'll find the time to. Again, I'm not the best when it comes to scheduling because things can change, even beyond my control. But I'll try to find a way. I'll try to find a way. But I need to first, like, I don't know. I gotta say right now, I never had this much interactivity. Unless if I'm like in a multi or some people that just show up, but even then it's usually like pretty quiet. This is like really nice. Really nice change, you know. It's another thing I miss about Twitch. Even if it's a flawed site, but I think it still is good, you know. And I like to make it more of that, you know. I know not on Discord anymore, but Stoats is good. Sub Media Plus is like better Discord, but it's still beta. Oh yeah, I've heard about Stoats. Yeah, it still is technically a work in progress. I have Reflux installed, but I barely use it, so yeah, it's not being used yet. I'm still active on Discord, however. But again, one day that might change. But for now anyway, I still use Discord because a lot of the friends I talk to is still on Discord. And I have a game group we have for you know, video game discussion, game dev stuff, and we were thinking of like moving it out, but things have calmed down, so we remain. But again, who knows what could happen, right? Yeah. I'll try to hop into Twitch when you do. At this rate, I think. Oops. I'll keep it simple. And how about? To anyone who does still use Discord and they wish to join, well, I have a Discord link. It's still rather small. But hey, good to have more guests. We welcome more guests. Oh, sorry about that. I haven't thought about that. But it is down there. It's down there. I'm not sure if you can see it easily on mobile, but it's there. That's okay. Today, for me, it was more like, honestly, it is more like a test. I didn't have it all set up like in advance. Compared to my previous setup, I'm just like, you know, if not many people is gonna show up, then I may as well just not make it impressive on the first day, you know. That being said, I still at least try to make it a A-okay presentation, you know. Try to think. forget that one in the background. That's just there. I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. And oh yeah, that's one of the commissions I am working on, or I'm still waiting for their feedback or payment actually. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It's based on the like Annie movie. I don't know. In case if you haven't seen it yet, well, here you go. It's a work in progress, though. Trying to think. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to have colors. I am just going to. Oh, you know, I'm gonna pick. Yeah. Keep up with the theme, baby. You know what? This song is barely audible. Where's that? Where is that? Oh, wait. Rainbow Castle. Yeah. The peak of early childhood. You know, I'm slowly beginning to think about it, but I think about a lot of good memories of the past now, you know. I think this music, in my opinion, in a way, is like representative that represents that period of time. I don't know what specific music you think that you tend to imagine, you conjure in your mind, but when I hear this music, this specifically, that's what comes to mind. It was late 1990s. We had Nintendo 64 upstairs, and when our mother allows us to, we would play video games on there. And I remember. Again, I'm replaying that. What? What surprise? What surprise? Let's check it out. Ogama. Wait. 1, 2. Oh. Oh, that's nice. Core trait, quiet calculation. Backstory. Always underestimated. Uses it. Likes strategy, long-term planning. Dislikes recklessness, secret vulnerability, fear and visibility. What breaks composure? Be ignored. Role Shadow Tactician. Well, that's nice. Of the two, I do definitely think, like, they're both great. I like that short hair one. Nice work. Nice work. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. You know what? I'm just gonna add. One more time. Ha ha ha. Long hair is her transformation. It's called Kuroki. Huh. Interesting. Alright. Alright. Okay. Honestly, this is just like a random color for streamer Fabiana here. But don't worry, I'm gonna make the most of this because I'm subtly, you know. Ah. She's also a mother. Sorry, a mother who? A mother to who? Filling in the eyes. Dun, 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 dun. Just keeping it quick. Wait. Oh, shoot. Oh, wait. Okay. I thought the ad was playing, but it's not. Damn. Well, okay. Sorry. Ogma's mother of Ojima, Shiki, Solaria, and Hera, and sister to Ojinka. Pardon me if I mispronounced their names, but that's neat. Dum, dum, dum. Alright. That's so... Alright, I'll check it out too. I saw that in some of the slides, but she's nice too. Core trait, fierce loyalty. Backstory, loves intensely, defends harder. Likes, passion, action. Secret vulnerability, reacts before thinking. I can relate to that. Sometimes I react before I think. But sometimes I guess if you take the time, as I am, I need, you know. What breaks composure? Harm to loved ones. Role, protective flame. Cool. Cool. what? My tablet is lime green. Well, I mean, it's not, but more like bamboo green. But how about I replace that instead? That's what I have right now. It's kind of like that. Yeah, I asked for that that Christmas. Ish awesome. So I may as well make that green and headset or yeah, you can check the others out later, and hopefully you can get to use them beside. You can get used to them. Besides, Celia, also my favorite. Aha, aha. Oh my gosh, good to know that. I guess we'll go with that. Oh my gosh, Celia's also a mother? Plot twist! Need to know? Might as well just add a little color, maybe. If I can, color pattern. Something nice, not rough or off, I guess. Yeah, that's gonna do fine. I'll fix it up as we go along. Yeah, that looks better. Getting a hang of the perspective. It's not the same surface I work on. But technically, don't mind me if I'm off screen, it's still made of wood. So that counts. But, maybe something like that, I guess. At this point, I'm just like, yeah. What's this? Oh, I gotta download the material first. Okay, I get you. What's this? Ah, that. Nah. Nah. Ooh, yeah. You know what? I like the spotty spots. I love me spots. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna turn that. Radium map. Ooh. Ouch! My face. My face. But, wait. Oh no. Oh dear. There's just too many. It's gonna be midnight soon on my end. 20 minutes from now, actually. We'll just put it at. And then Bubblum. Oh right, I need to. You know, I'm just gonna change the color of just the text itself, and then see. That looks alright. I think kind of pink will do. Honestly, I don't think I have anything else. I think that's it. Yeah, you know what? I'll leave it as that. I'm sure places like Twitter/X, and other places, they'll like automatically resize it just fine, you know. Again, I'm not looking into making it perfect. Maybe with time, naturally, it will be. But that's it, really. I wanted to do what I wanted to do tonight. I could keep going, but I'm gonna just have a little break, and then I'll try to catch some snooze. Regarding tomorrow and the week from now, which, you know, it'll be Monday pretty soon on my end. So I'm gonna try and be more active on Pick Naruto, but unless if it's something I can't show on here for reasons, you know, spicy stuff, it will have to be done, you know, elsewhere. But you probably know where I am. Thank you, man. Anyway, thank you everyone for coming to me, or to my channel. It's been a long time. Funnily, the last time I streamed on here was on a birthday, and it's been a relatively quiet one. And yeah, that changed, you know. I mean, it was an alright birthday, but that was months ago. But it was nice feeling, if you ask me. Alright, that'll be it for tonight. Let's see. Well, let's see if I can find someone to raid. You know, wait.
And you can also do that in midair, so you could get the distance of the monkey. Yeah.
Let me think. How about? All right. Let's go. Wait, I have someone. Dynamic tempo. Oh, well then. You know what? Let's do him. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Alright. So we... Oh. Wait. Okay. Let's see if that works. So I'm gonna raid. We're gonna raid. Here we go. Here we go. We are gonna raid Dynamic Tempo. And with that, thank you for coming. I'll see if I can announce it like an hour before stream. I know I tend to do stealth, stealth silence or something like that. But anyway,